Hi guys, welcome to the channel and welcome to today's video on should you stay committed or should you move on? So sometimes we have to ask ourselves this question and it's never an easy decision to make. So for group one, we have black tourmaline. For group two, we have sodalite. For group three, this petrified wood. And lastly, for group four, this crazy lace agate. So go ahead and select your pile using your intuition. I'll post the timestamps in the description and the comments down below. I'll give you a moment to meditate. Hi group one, welcome to your reading. Those of you who picked this black tourmaline, this is your reading on should you stay committed or should you move on. So I'm picking up, first of all, we have a big no with an exclamation point right here. And I mean, this is not a yes or no question, but I feel like you guys who have selected this group are seriously contemplating moving on. You're just about ready to throw in the towel. And the answer is no, don't do that. Don't do that. And let me explain why. So here we have the 10 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles. So this is, a card of fulfillment. Feeling fulfilled, and this is working with others, right? So maybe this is a work situation, maybe this is a group dynamic. This, I feel like, has to do with people, or work or something along those lines, right? And the message that I'm getting here is there's something that you're resisting. There's a resistance card right here, number 45, and it's right above soul time. And so what I'm getting with this resistance is that there's some type of lesson or obstacle that is causing you to want to move on, right? And I feel like part of this lesson or this, whatever this is for you to speak up in some sort of way. Here you have heard, may your brave call be carried on in the wind, right? And we have manifesting as well. So maybe for some of you guys, this is a situation where you have to say no to certain things, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have to throw in the towel. It could mean that you need some time. You need some time for yourself, because this is right above this card of the 2 of Earth or the 2 of Pentacles, which is about kind of feeling really off balance. Maybe needing some alone time, maybe needing some time just away to like settle yourself or something like that, right? Because this is about resistance, and this is about obstacles manifesting. I know with Ganesh, there's something about, and this is number 5, so it's like conflict. Let's see. As I manifest my desires, I am fully protected. And what else does it have? I know people invoke, is it invoke or evoke? Invoke Ganesh for removing obstacles from their lives. That's what I believe. I'm not sure if that's 100% correct. Let me know if I'm incorrect. But, I'm just picking up this theme of resistance to a lesson, resistance to obstacles, or there being obstacles or something that you need to sort of speak out about or say no to certain things. And so then that way you can kind of find your balance again, because the 2 of Pentacles, I'm seeing someone juggling, right? Like that's the 2 of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite deck, and I'm seeing that. And with this King of Cups, like he's very stable, very emotionally stable, spiritually stable, all of those things, even though he is, at sea. And you see the waves kind of going up and down and it being very kind of like a bumpy ride, but he's very calm and stable through it all. And so the message that I'm getting here is that as you're able to move past this, these obstacles, like you'll find yourself feeling emotionally fulfilled and good again, you know? And with this manifesting card, it's like you can manifest the outcome that you want. And you are manifesting the outcome that you want. Something, and another reason why I'm talking about resistance, there's something that's pulling you in this direction. You have soul time, and then you have soul guidance here, and then we see these butterflies with this transformation, right? That's what I get with the butterflies, is transformation. And so this is in reverse. So I'm getting that, like I said, there's some obstacles and there's some resistance to a lesson, and I feel like it has to do with speaking up and being heard, because this no is very loud and very bold, right? And so um, maybe it's this need to speak up in these group situations, right? And then that way you can be more emotionally fulfilled and not feel so unstable or unbalanced, emotionally or otherwise, um, in these like group dynamics. So soul time, the frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge, one that embraces the concept that while the corporal body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. Yeah, so it's like a soul lesson of some sort. And if this resonates with you, if you're a person who um, like, I just feel like you have a lot more power than you think, and it's like your soul is pushing you in this direction, and it's telling you, no, don't move on, stick it out. You'll move past these obstacles. You'll push through this resistance, because when they're talking about the body and then the soul being limitless, I feel like the body is what's it's resisting. So maybe there's a past that you've had where it's causing you to resist the situation and want to just leave, right? But then what's manifesting is this, what your desire truly is, your soul's desire, which is to transform something, to learn some sort of lesson, so that you can be more fulfilled, in working with other people, in dealing with other people. So you can feel like calm, like there's a calmness, even though like the tides are, what's the word called, like when the tides are waving, or the ocean is it's turbulent, when the water is turbulent. So so yeah, so that's what I'm getting, is that you should stay committed, definitely stay committed, um and let your voice be heard. And it's not necessarily in the sense, I'm getting it in two senses. And one sense is in speaking up to others, saying no to others. um this could be the example of people asking things of you. um you maybe that's part of the lesson, is like people asking things of you that you want to say no to, but then you don't, and then it's like too much going on at once, and then you're just like, no, I don't want to deal with this, I don't want to do this, it's overwhelming. Because it's like, when it comes to these soul lessons, if you don't learn it in this situation, you're going to have to learn it eventually, right? You're going to keep coming up against it. I heard something the other day about, I think it was on TikTok or something. A video came up and it said, like, if you're overwhelmed at work, if you're overwhelmed, and you think, oh, I'm just going to leave this job and I'm going to get a different job, then they were saying that, like, you have to sort of look at the root issues of why you're feeling overwhelmed. Is it like people pleasing? Are you taking on more than you can? Is it perfectionism that's getting to you, that's overwhelming you? So these are the types of things that I'm saying, can be obstacles, and it's like there's this resistance, and it has to do with work, or it has to do with groups of people, is what I'm getting, and it's something that you're gonna keep encountering, um, but even just doing things like, because with this manifesting card, I'm getting that even through obstacles you can manifest the outcome that you want, um, just by speaking up again, right? That was the second part of one, was about speaking the no to certain people or to certain things. And then the other was speaking like affirmations, right? Um, to enable you to find more like calmness through these obstacles, if that makes sense, right? Yeah, so that's what I'm getting for you guys, group one. Should you stay committed or should you move on? And the answer is stay committed. Like there's some fulfillment that's going to come if you move past this obstacle. And so yeah, there's some fulfillment that's going to come in for sure. So take that how it resonates. If you like this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to see more. Bye, guys. Okay, group two, those of you who picked this Sodalite, this is your reading on should you stay committed or should you move on? Okay, so this is kind of interesting. We have reconsider right here in the middle. And with this reconsider, what I'm getting from it is to reconsider the question altogether, right? I'm getting that it isn't about moving on and it isn't about staying put. The message is about there's a message here of alignment. We have Shiva Lingam, which is like the union of opposites. Here, generosity. Change me, divine beloved, into one who can easily send blessings to all, even those filled with negativity or fear. May I shower the planet with love, knowing there is an unlimited ocean within me. And so, for you guys, I'm just getting this message that it's not about the shoulds, like kind of like you shouldn't be shoulding yourself. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that before. But this inner conflict comes from the way that this question is posed. And it's more about finding alignment within yourself. And I don't know if you guys ever heard that saying of like, you can't make mistakes. Well, it's not, I don't know if it's you can't make mistakes. It's just about being in alignment, finding the balance. And what I mean about you can't make mistakes, it's like this card says your purpose is personal expansion. How can you be more intentional with your choice and live with more purpose? So with the should question, it's like, should I stay? Should I go? What should I do? What's the right choice? And so if the purpose is personal expansion, then how do I explain what I'm trying to say? Then it isn't so much about making the right choice. It's about being in alignment. And with this King of Pentacles, I'm getting someone who's very stable and strong and in the face of this imbalance of the things kind of going on around them. And so with this personal expansion thing, it's like, can you expand by staying or can you expand by going? Like which one will expand you more fully into who you are, Because regardless of the choice that you're going to make, it will lead you to where you're meant to go. Because here I see this Midas touch. Things are working out in your favor. In what ways are you abundant right now? So the question is kind of like a flawed question. If you're inquiring about, am I on the right path if I stay, or if I'm on the right path if I go? Because the path is where you are, and you can expand in both ways. Like that's pretty much the message that I'm getting. And I'm getting this thing with this union of opposites. I show up for myself and the world. Yeah, so this is just a big message of showing up fully as who you are, focusing on personal expansion. Yeah, because, sometimes we really do question if we're on the right path or if we're doing what we should be doing, or should I be doing this or should I be doing that? And this message is to reconsider that whole like paradigm or that whole way of thinking. And that's what's causing the inner conflict for you, is trying to figure it out. And the idea here is to be in alignment. and to feel in alignment. Um, yeah, so that's really the message. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward message. Hopefully that makes sense for you guys. It's definitely it's this reading is saying it's not about if you should stay or if you should go. It's about how can you continue to expand? How can you keep showing up for yourself? How can you keep showing up for the world? How can you be stable and strong and be centered in the face of like opposites in a way? Um, because you can be in a situation that has you feeling with temperance in reverse, it's like this feeling of being like unbalanced or having this inner conflict or but it's not that now you need to get out of that. It's like how are you gonna sit in that? How are you going to get comfortable, not get comfortable in it. It's like, you know how that people say like, get comfortable being uncomfortable. If that's what's going to expand you and make you more fully who you are, then that should be the focus. It shouldn't be about, it's the journey, not the destination. That's what I'm getting with this. Um, and and I just had a thought of where are you needed most? Are you needed more where you're at? Because this card of I show up for myself in the world and this union of opposites, it's like I'm just getting that this question doesn't apply for you guys, and the message is just coming out that this isn't even a should question. It's reconsidering the entire like thought process around it. So I'm gonna leave that with you guys to use your intuition to interpret further as it applies to your own situation. But I hope this message was helpful for you. Um, if it was, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to see more videos, and I will see you guys soon. Bye. Okay, group 3, those of you who picked this Petrified Wood, this is your reading on should you stay committed or should you move on. Okay, so we have choose a new direction right here. I'm getting this is move on. I'm seeing the self-love card and walking away. Let the wall fall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child. I long to take care of myself like never before. I'm getting this really strong message about healing and needing to take care of yourself more fully. And, here we have Wounded Healer, and here we have the Queen of Cups, who generally takes care of other people. But I'm getting this as, taking time to love yourself and take care of yourself so that you can emerge on the other side like a newer version of you. And that's what I'm getting with this butterfly and emerging. Take the leap of faith. And, I'm going to just, obviously I have to say it because the cards are right here. We have lovers, erotica, sensuality, and then we have Kadesh and sexual wisdom, right? And then here we have prudence, the 8 of discs or the 8 of pentacles. So what I'm getting with this part is, and it's a strong move on. And when I say move on, I mean, I'm getting this thing of like, I want to like I can't say be celibate, guys, but like that's how I'm interpreting this message, because this is obviously a very strong sexual energy, and like I feel like there's some stuff that needs to be held. I was gonna say healed, but held. I don't know. I just said held. There's some stuff that needs to be healed around sex, with you all, and with this prudence card, I'm taking it as like be prudent, be cautious, or how some people refer to women as prudes who don't, have sex very easily, right? And then I'm also seeing Virgo. This is a Virgo card. The symbol is right here. I don't know if you guys can see it, and so Virgo is a virgin. Um, it reminds me of that anyway. And so there's this thing around withholding holding back sexually. Because I'm getting something about like, especially with this snake body, it's like something about using sex or um, intimacy or things like that, and it sort of like prevents you from giving yourself that love that you would perhaps be getting from someone else. And then just getting this feeling of like that isn't really healing the inner stuff, the childhood stuff, the whatever it is that's wanting to be healed. And so for you guys, I'm getting a strong move on, and move on in a way that where you focus on yourself, where you put your energy and your effort and your hard work and your time into yourself, and really loving yourself, taking care of yourself, the same way that the same love and compassion and all that you would invest in someone else, like give that to yourself, right? Um, yeah, so that's what I'm getting for you guys, and consider celibacy. Consider taking that time for yourself. Um, it's kind of like when you get out of a relationship and you can hop right into another relationship before you've had the time to heal. But in this case, like I'm getting, because we have like this page of cups and this page of wands here, and I'm seeing them as like, potential love partners. And it's like, no, like don't choose that, like choose yourself, choose to love yourself, spend time with yourself, do the work that you need to do to make yourself, to transform yourself, to heal yourself. um, yeah, like don't invest that into someone else, invest that into yourself. So the answer is move on. That's the answer I'm getting for you guys, and that's going to bring you a lot of like balance. That's going to bring you I'm just seeing like the tree of life right now, and just something like coming down the center. um, so I'm getting, yeah, it's like finding your middle, finding your peace, finding your core. And when I say your core is like also things maybe at your core, maybe your core beliefs, your core whatever, right? That makes you not even who you are, but the place that you've been operating from, right? And look at those sorts of behaviors and those things. It'll just give you time to, um, I guess, spend, because with Virgo again, when I think of Virgo, I think of the hermit, right? Who's alone. And I think of someone who, you know, takes time to introspect and to sort of take like an inventory of themselves. Like Virgos are very detail oriented and going through this process of like evaluating, um, but doing an evaluation and inventory of your own self and what's within you, at the core of who you are, and just seeing the things that need to be healed, um, and then like looking after that. Yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm getting for you guys. Yeah, so move on. That is the answer that I'm getting. Hold out, be a little bit prudent, or be a prude. Um, yeah, because I was hearing that Marvin Gaye song of like sexual healing. And when I get that feeling, I need sexual healing. And like, it's like this reading is saying, no, don't do that. If you get that feeling, you don't need sexual healing. You need some other sort of healing, that's going to come through self love and self work. So yeah, so that's your reading, group 3. If you liked it, please leave me a like, a comment, or subscribe to see more videos, and I will see you guys soon. Bye. Okay, hi group 4. Those of you who picked this crazy lace agate, this is your reading on should you stay committed or should you move on. So, right here we have it's up to you. Big exclamation point on that. And, that sounds pretty straightforward. Oh, it's up to you. No. But here we have I remember soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. And so when I see it's up to you, it makes me think of, you know, was it the Matrix? Yeah, the Matrix. It's like, do you want the blue pill or do you want the red pill? That sort of thing. So it's up to you. Excuse me. Um, but it's like these um, but the choice is really between making a decision based off of fear, which is this Five of Pentacles, fear surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain self employment, or the decision that comes from a place of strength. Here we have summoning power, instinct, and intellect and control. And we have the magician here, right? Wielding his sword. So that's sort of like what's up to you. Like, which path are you going to follow? Are you going to take the fated life, like how things are, or are you going to? Because the destiny life is is sort of like the road less traveled. I mean, there's a lot of barriers, there's a lot of obstacles, there's a lot of things in the way. Available, I am open. Change me, divine beloved, into one who can offer you even the most baffling problems, knowing you'll carry me to the right solutions at the right time, if I am utterly open, receptive, and available. So I'm getting that for you guys. There's definitely some obstacles that are in your way that are making you feel like you're really unsure which way to go, right? Um, Maybe you're thinking, I want to move on, but I don't know how I can move on. Or I want to stay committed, but I don't know how I can stay committed. Like that sort of thing. It's like you want to choose one option, but you don't know how to do it, or vice versa, right? Because with this Five of Earth, it's really just about fears and doubts and all those things that we're up against sometimes. So I get with you guys, there's a sweet treat card right here. And I don't know, like maybe some of you guys are restricting foods or treats, or you're off sugar, or whatever it is, but there's something that's being restricted, okay? Or maybe this is what this is about. This has to do with food, or it has to do with diet, or maybe there's something about lacking certain, maybe your body's lacking something food wise, that's preventing you from, it's like keeping you in a feeling of like restriction, right? It's like kind of like when you restrict your calories. Maybe it's harder for your brain to function, something along those lines. Because here where it says I am open, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. And so I'm seeing this as something where it's like, hey, you have a little sugar, you have a little whatever that your body's lacking or whatever it's missing. And it kind of opens you up. It kind of gives you sort of some sort of strength or some sort of power to be able to like deal with this situation a little bit better. Like if you're on a diet right now, if you're fasting right now, if you're restricting something, if you're trying to lose weight, or if whatever it is, I feel like it's affecting you in this scenario or situation that you're inquiring about. And so, it's really up to you what road you want to go down. But I mean, for the most part, like most of us would say that we want to we want to do the difficult things. Like we want the outcome of doing the hard work, right? Um, but it's difficult to do the hard work. So this is really up to you which road you want to go down, right? But I will say though that if you do decide, because there's, I'm leaning towards whatever choice is more empowering for you. It's like with the magician, it's like a card of like manifesting. And if you make a decision to do something, even in the face of obstacles, or in the face of fear, the ideas will start to come to you. It's like there's something that's going, you see how here it's like there's something radiating. It's like there's a signal that's sent out to the universe that says, okay, she has decided that she's going to do this. She doesn't know how she's going to do it, she doesn't know how it's going to unfold. And then everything starts to like come together to support you in doing it. And so that's like, it's like summoning. It summons around you to support you and help you. And the number 4, I'm thinking of the Emperor. This is a very like strong, powerful decision to choose, like, I want to say, like, because I'm keep referring to this destiny life, um, to choose to make that hard choice, you know. With Crazy Lace Agate, I know this is supposed to help with decision making as well. And it's like, it's really up to you what you want to manifest, right? Even, like I said, even if it seems improbable, impossible, whatever the case may be, if sometimes you just make a decision and say, I'm going to do this, things are going to work out for you. So it's almost like, well, why not just try it? Why not open yourself up to doing that? And if you are restricting things from your diet, I'm not saying, um, I'm not saying don't do that, but I'm saying that affecting it's affecting you in some way. And maybe this is something you want to stick it out. Maybe this is something you want to have a little bit of, just to help you through this situation. But it's doing something to you where it's creating a sense of lack. Um, and it's it's making it, I guess, harder for you to make decisions in a way, like, or maybe it's just bringing up a feeling of lack, or it's taking away your energy or something along those lines. So yeah, so that's the message about if you should stay committed or move on. It's like you have the decision, to make, and it's really about, do you want to be in your power? Do you want to summon the power? Do you want the support of the universe? Do you want to step into your destiny life? Whatever it is that you're desiring. Do you want to create that and build that and manifest that, even in the face of these problems or obstacles? Because you can make that decision. It's up to you to decide that. It's like your mind, your intentions are yours, um, and you can do that, right? Or are you going to just accept, um, like, the situation that you're in currently, you know, for what it is, or or take, it's like the road less traveled, or like the hard road or the easy road sort of thing. I'm hoping that makes sense to you guys. But definitely it says available right here. It's like you have this power that you can summon, and it's available to you. It's up to you, though, to make that decision, to set your intentions, and to maybe, not be too harsh with whatever it is. If you're restricting anything, maybe not be too harsh in it, because it's like almost affecting you mentally in some sort of way, and it's making it harder for you to, I guess, be a little more intentional with the decisions that you want to make, or maybe you got to wait for this time to pass. It's really, take this how it resonates for you about this, restriction of this sugar, or maybe it's coffee or whatever it is, but it's something that is, really obviously very difficult for you. So yeah, so that's your reading. It's definitely a matter of, do you want the fated life? Do you want the destiny life? Do you want to, take the blue pill? Do you want the red pill? Do you want to take the road less traveled, or um, the road more frequently traveled? And yeah, whatever it is that you decide and you affirm and you set your intention to, you're summoning power to you. So just know that you do have the capability of, doing that. And so, but it's up to you to do that. And so I guess it's almost like, hey, we're here, we're available for you. Even if the problem is super baffling, you don't see a way out, a way will be brought to you with this Ace of Swords. It'll hit you, and you'll be able to figure it out. So it's your call, right? So that's your reading, group 4. If you liked it, please leave a like. Please comment and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.